So this transparency is very important for the development of the society as a whole. It helps bringing transparency, answerability, and public participation. If the public will participate in each and every aspect of life, then our life will be peaceful and responsible. So practically, we are recalling all of Gandhi's historical actions and ideologies. Behind those actions, we observe a spiritual and moral path preaching the value of truth, uprightness, peace, love, and non-violence. Dear friends, non-violence should not only be physical, this non-violence also from our thoughts. Our thoughts will be so pure. Even we should not think anything wrong for other people. Even our mind should not work any type of negativity with other people. Our mind and heart should be completely transparent for the other people. If we will have love and care for other people, then we can say the dreams of Mahatma Gandhi will fulfill. These values provide a context for our life. These are universal and foundation for personal life, career, and overall development. So ultimately, I just want to say, dear friends, at least we should develop few things, few words like harmony, like cleanliness, like truthfulness, like values in our life. Then we can say, yes, we are following the guideline, the teaching of Mahatma Gandhi in our day-to-day life. So these are my views, these are my ideas about the today's webinar. I am thankful to the organizers. Thank you so much.
Specifically, sir, if you words regarding the SB Sharma sir today views.
What? Please repeat, sir.
Yashpal sir.
Yes, please ask the queries.
Not queries, sir. Say a few words about SB Sharma sir speech. Anyway, okay. Thank you very much, our Professor Dr. S.B. Sharma, that Vice Chancellor of the Millennium University, and various aspects that you have covered, sir. And that's why you've taken a lot of time also, no matter, but the wide area that you covered. The next speaker is Bhusal, is very much ready now, and he's from Nepal. Bhusal, it's over to you. KP Bhusal.
Thank you so much, Professor Dr. Mohammed Saheb Hussain, sir. And I'd like to thank Dr. Yashpal Singh sir as well for granting me this opportunity to be here. And today is the 2nd October. So I'd like to extend my best wishes on the auspicious occasion of today's Gandhi Jayanti, an International Day of Non-Violence. So I'd like to extend my best wishes to everyone for this auspicious day. And today I would like to contemplate upon few things. We are talking so many big things, so many issues, digital issues, so many issues about Mahatma Gandhi and the legacy he has left. But today I am particularly interested on very few things, right? The first, whether he is relevant today or not. So many people are talking about his relevance today in today's society, in digital age. So I think until and unless the society, until and unless this sort of discrimination exists in the society, he is relevant. So his relevance does not end unless we create kind of harmonious society, unless we create the non-violence as a culture, unless we live in a peaceful coexistence, unless we live such life, unless we practice truth and honesty, unless these things are practiced in our day-to-day life, the Gandhian philosophy and the Mahatma Gandhi himself is too much relevant for us. Because we are just talking about him. We are just talking about what he has done for the society. But to the larger extent, what we are leaving behind is we are just talking about him. We are just learning about him, but we are not learning from him. We are learning about him, but not learning from him. It means the behavior we are showing today is not compatible to that of Mahatma Gandhi himself. So I'd like to focus on that particular issue. And I'd like to request every dignitaries to just imagine for a second, just imagine the last moment, the last time when we helped others, the last moment when we helped someone who was suffering from any problem. What is that moment? When is that moment? Let's try to contemplate upon that. Let's try to think about our own behaviors, what we have learned from him, whether we are practicing his Gandhian behaviors, the behavior of truthfulness, the behavior of honesty, the behavior of non-violence, peaceful coexistence, and all these things, whether we are living on these principles or we are just talking about this. So I'd like to focus on behavioral aspects of the humanity, whether we are following that things or not. So let's just imagine these things. The last moment, the last time, did we help someone who was in suffering? Did we help someone who was in poverty or who was lacking education or something like that? What is that last moment? Whether we are living the life of forgiveness he has taught us. So I'd like to stress on our behaviors, not talking about his behaviors at large. We are talking about, I'd like to talk about our behaviors, my behaviors especially, whether I am adopting his behavior and learning from him or just learning about him. So I'd like to share these things to contemplate the last moments we helped someone. Most often, we are talking about what happens in our day-to-day society, day-to-day life is we talk about peaceful coexistence, we talk about helping others, we talk about forgiveness, but at the core essence of our heart, we are guided by the revenge mentality. We are not guided by the mentality of forgiveness. We are guided by the mentality of revenge. So we have to change this behavior. I'd like to focus on this. Today, if we open the news channels, everywhere we are seeing this violence is going on. Russia, Ukraine war, and so many wars and so many things going on. So even in this today's the hyper digital era, we are still fighting with each other. We are still using those guns and tools to fight against one another. And we are talking at the same time about Gandhian philosophy, the philosophy of Nelson Mandela, and all these things. So we people, we, the academic people, have to spread this message that not just talking about Gandhi is enough. We have to live the life he has lived, and we have to learn from him. So today onward, I think we have to make a small commitment to ourselves to live the life of Gandhi, and leaving the personal issues, leaving the personal beneficial issues and all these things aside. Let's think about the country. Let's think about the humanity at large. And let's live and let's promote the life that is peaceful, that is harmonious, that is just, that is the life everyone is dreaming of. Not just the life of capitalist culture, the life of the welfare model, the welfare state model. So I'd like to focus on these things. So, not taking too much time, I'd like to request everyone, let's not just talk about what Gandhi has done. Let's not just talk about Gandhian philosophy. Let's try to live the way Gandhi lived. Let's try to spread the Gandhian message to others. Let's try to change our behaviors as per the Gandhi. And let's try to help others as Gandhi has taught us to live. So, if we practice these philosophies, if we practice these things in our day-to-day life, I think, and I hope, and I believe the world, the whole humanity is going to be better. We are going to feel better. So I'd like to share just these things. So thank you so much once again, Professor Dr. Mohammed Saheb Hussain and Professor Dr. S. Pal Singh, for inviting me in this wonderful webinar on the auspicious occasion of Gandhi Jayanti and International Day of Non-Violence. Today is the holiday. In this day, we can make a commitment that today onward, at least we will practice at least one principle that Gandhi has taught to us: helping people, promoting peace, and living a peaceful coexistence life. That's all I want to share. And now, in Nepal, in India, the big festival Navaratri and all Dasai festival is going on. So I'd like to share this auspicious moment with you as well. You are not familiar with this culture yet. I'd like to request everyone to visit this country, Nepal, once, at least once. Once Nepal used to be considered the country of peace, but later on, even this country underwent a huge civil war and all these things. But we people, we academicians, we have to promote peace. We have to promote peaceful coexistence. And someday in the future, the world is going to be better. The world is going to be the world that Gandhi dreamed for the lifetime. So thank you so much for everyone for your wonderful participations. If you do have some queries, we can discuss on these things. And thank you so much, organizing team, for inviting me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, KV Bhusal, that you have made the practical way of the at least to follow the one principle of Gandhijian. And we also say the Vasudeva Kutumbam. So that way that we have to make the spirit of it. The next speaker requested is from the outside is Devendra Singh, Haramaya University, Ethiopia. You are welcome, sir. And over to you, Devendra Singh.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Very good afternoon to you. Professor Mohammed Saheb Hussain, sir, Professor of Law, St. Augustine University. My guide, Professor Dr. Y.P. Singh, National Awardee, and Mr. K.P. Bhushal, sir, Dr. K. Basu, sir. It's my pleasure and honor to give me the chance to speak something on Gandhian ideology relevancy in this context scenario of digital India. As we know, I'm working as a doctor, working as a working as an assistant professor in College of Computing and Informatics in the Department of Software Engineering. It is my pleasure to give me the chance to speak on this scenario in the digital India. And I would like to share my views on the Gandhian ideology. I would like to say still Gandhiji is not popular only in India. He is also popular in Pan Africa. Whether you can see he is Nelson Mandela or so many peoples are following Gandhiji. As we can see, Gandhi Memorial Hospital is also here in Addis Ababa. You can visit here. Most of the peoples and the students, they are asking me about Gandhiji, what he did. He has so many, he believes, uh, he is having several ideologies in which so many things are he believed that he emphasized not only in idealism but only also on the practical idealism. What we are saying, we should not do, we should not only saying, we should try to that implement only in our daily practice. That is the main objective of Gandhian philosophy. Its objective is to transform not only the individual persons but also for society. uh, Still I am teaching here, and peoples and students are asking me about the Gandhiji. Even they are having the profile pics in Telegram, so we can see how much popular he is in Africa and even in Ethiopia. We are seeing hospital, one of the famous hospital, Gandhi Memorial Hospital, is there in Addis Ababa in Ethiopia. So many principles are there of Gandhiji ideologies. They are saying truth and non-violence, Satyagrah, Sarvodaya, Swaraj, trusteeship, and Swadeshi. First is truth and non-violence. As we are living as a society, we should follow the truthness. Unless we are not truth, we can't survive in the world. Indians are popular among the world in Africa, whether they are in India, whether they are in America. They are popular because they are doing hard work, and they are uh, working very efficiently and effectively in the universities and the colleges. Truth, yes, sir. Truth.
Continue,
Digital
continue,
India can
Gavindar.
bring the, hello. Digital India can bring the truth by using the internet. Digital By using the internet and computers, we are seeing that everything is available easily on the internet. Whatever we are publishing, the papers we are publishing, the, yes, sir.
Please continue.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Actually,
Unmute.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Truth is possible only due to the internet and computers. We are seeing you are seeing our profile in the internet. We can upload the documents, whatever it is there. Government of India has also having the site of DigiLocker. We can see, we can have the so many documents on online. Truth only can be available due to the internet and computers. Previously, there was a manual files used to be there. People can use to change them easily. But nowadays, every record is available easily online. So computer and digital India, internet is a very strong medium to preserve the truthness and relevancy of the documents. So there is no chances of having the forgery and some falseness in the internet. Second is Satyagraha. Satyagraha means whatever the things are there, we have to follow the truth. And if you see in India, so many IT billionaires and computer internet billionaires among the world and internet, they all are the IT entrepreneur. Whether they are Infosys Narayan Murthy, Wipro Azim Premji, so many billionaires and millionaires, they are from the India, they are only from the IT background. We can see how much powerful medium is that. Due to that, we are able to connect. I am here in Africa, I am speaking something. This is only due to the internet. And and another is Sarvodaya. Sarvodaya means upliftment of the universal upliftment. It is only possible due to the internet and computer. Digital India is trying to give the chance all over the world. People are trying to be the entrepreneur. So many peoples in the recent years, in the last 20 years, they have become the entrepreneur. Like we can see the example of Elon Musk from SpaceX, Jeff Bezos, Amazon.com. Who can imagine that before, after 20 years, they will become such a big name. Amazon, Jeff Bezos is the richest person among the world. So that is the sign and power of India. In India is also having the huge potential to be the digital power. We are seeing that every day, day by day, they are launching the new companies in the technology. Happiest Mind is there, Infosys is there, Wipro is there, TCS is there. So many names are there. Every day we are having the new startup in the technology area. So digital India can play a significant role in the upliftment of the people and the progressiveness of the people around the world in the India. Swaraj, self-rule. Swaraj means people should have the employment. They should be able to have the job also, but also we should be able to provide the job to the people in India as well as in world also. We should try to be the self-dependent or self-entrepreneur. Like we are seeing in the worldwide region, in Microsoft, we can take the example of Microsoft, Satyanarayan Nadella, Google Sundaram Pichai, and Banga of Mr. Visa card, Mr. Banga, PepsiCo, Indra Nui is there. They all are the Indians. They are ruling on the company. Most of the multinational company, multi-billion dollar cap company, they are running by the Indians. We should have the proud to having such a brilliant entrepreneur and leaders among the global businesses. Trustship is there in India. Recently, we have seen that yesterday Modi ji has launched 5G connection. This is going to boost the Indian economy due to the technology. Everything, whether it is Paytm, just I came to India, everything is there. Easily, we can do the payment by using the Paytm is there, Rupee is there, and PhonePe is there. Easily, there is no need to carry the currency. no chances of having the black money. Easily we can solve this problem of having the black money and something easily by using Paytm. No chances of stealing the money. Whatever is there, we can easily check on the internet. What is the price? We can check. This all transparency is happening due to the internet and computer. Whatever the chances, whatever the prices of the things are there, we can check on the internet. This is only due to the internet and computer and digital things in India, what are happening in the India. And Swadeshi, everything I am seeing here. Professor Mohammed Saheb Hussain also see here. So many brands are here from the India, like Bajaj is very famous, TVS is here, Tata is here. So this is a Swadeshi. We are expanding not in India only, and we are expanding ourselves as well as in abroad also. So this is give us so much pleasure and so much proud that we are having our multinational company who are working here also. So we should try to follow the Gandhian ideology, and digital India and internet based companies can play a significant role to growth and boost the economy of India, not only in India, also in worldwide. And I don't have more words to say. It is my pleasure and it is my pleasure and proud that Professor Mohammed Sahib Hussain sir gave my honorable guide, Professor Dr. Y.P. Singh, National Award. He gave me this wonderful opportunity. I can't be, it is an imaginary thing for me that he gave me a first chance in India, in Faridabad. I came to there to join as a speaker in international conference. And now he gave me, and Professor Mohammed Sahib sir gave me the chance to speak some words. It is my pleasure to be in such great professors and great academicians. Thanking you so much, sir. I don't have more words to speak. And this is simple, whatever I can say about the Gandhiji and technology, about the India, and also in about the digital India. Thanking you so much, sir, YP sir, and Professor Mohammed Sahib Hussain sir. Thanking you
Yes,
so
yes,
much.
very, very well. Thank you that expressing your ideas regarding the Gandhiji ideology as well as the digital India. At any time, it will be going to be closed the first session, and we covered only the 4 members, if I not be mistaken. And if such a routine would be there, the second session will be wind up very shortly, and the third session should have to start it. And let us see that what the time will give the chance to us. Because before I could invite anybody, and at any time it will stop it. Again, I will start this session at the 6 o'clock because it will be saved in the hard disk. Otherwise, Yashpal Singh sir has requested Jetling Yellowshah to speak it. But anyway, that I will give the chance to Jetling Yellowshah in the second session. Meanwhile, you be with us. At any time, it will be stopped over there. Yashpal sir, if you want to say anything, you can make some comments till it stops. Unmute. Sir, you did not mute. Unmute it.
Okay, okay. I
Yes,
don't
now
want
it
to
speaks,
disturb you
sir.
all. I'm really, now I'm visible, sir. I'm audible.
Yes,
Govendra,
sir. Speak, sir.
are you listening?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Audible, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Fine,
Audible.
fine, fine. You know, this boy, how he grow, I'm really just having the tears in my eyes. He's so nice boy, so well cultured, and he speak on Gandhiji. If you just find out some time, have the conversation with this chap, and you will find that the true Gandhian he is. I remember that time also when he got the PhD from under my guidance, and I request him to put up to your chairman. He will make you some increment. And the result was his service was terminated because that was by backbiting done by his HOD. And within the month, he got the best opportunity in Ethiopia. And since last perhaps 6-7 years, he is there. My thanks to goes to Mr. S.B. Sharma sir also. He been the part in your
Online
city,
पे
sir.
बाद में बात
We make the conference well together in Hyderabad, and we stay over there. On that time, he was working with the Motherhood University, Roorkee. And my young chap, young champion, that
My
KP
pleasure,
Bhusal
sir.
sir, is so nice boy, and God bless him. And he has very ambition to rise in his life and to do the welfare of the people. Mohammed sir, you are also agree with it that what kind of the deep inspiration these two young chap, because thus Gandhi have to be taught in classes or outside from the classes, even in family or even in any society, to the younger people who are coming, younger generation, because even younger there is no patience itself. We have to motivate these people, and we have to inspire these people, because they are the true Gandhi. If you look the characters of Dr. Gavendra and Dr. K.P. Bhusal, they are really true Gandhian. And sir, that is not my turn. Otherwise, you will deduct my 6 or 7 minutes from my deliberation. So I don't want to waste my precious time, which I will have you. And Dr. Meena is also here. If something, Dr. Meena, we want to hear it. In fact, my wife also wanting to know today. I got the photograph of that conference. Who that lady is who is offering you the bouquet of flowers. Perhaps you remember Professor Hussain sir. So Meena is also here, and everybody is welcome. And I request to you also. We want to hear this Dr. Jetling also, because he is the new person for me, and person who is just in front of me.
And today the
Sir,
systematics is kind enough because he said the 5 minutes only the last, but it is taking a lot of time.
Sir,
So better I will. Yes, welcome back to the Gandhi Jayanti second session. That is a part 2 is in progress now. And I believe that as per the Yashpal Singh sir requested me to allow the Dr. Jetling Yellowsha. So I believe that Jetling Yellowsha is very much present here. So now switch on to the Jetling Yellowsha, who is an associate professor, Telangana University, Nizamabad, India. Please continue, Jetling Yellowsha.
Hello. Good evening.
Yes, we
to
are
all of
getting you.
Sir, I'm audible.
Yes, audible.
Thank you, sir, for giving this wonderful opportunity to participate in the international seminar, titled in a different manner. When I got the title, I got confused. Mahatma Gandhi and the digital era. So the title itself, if I innovated, I Google searched for the information. I got wonderful information regarding the views of Mahatma Gandhi with regard to the digital era. So before embarking this short lecture, first of all, I quote one important quotation given by the Arvind Mahendra. He stated that Mahatma Gandhi is a messiah of digital era. So that shows the importance of Mahatma Gandhi. Though the Mahatma Gandhi is no more, but world knows what are the contributions made to the world by the Mahatma Gandhi. Though these things were there in our historical histories, but that has been innovated by Mahatma Gandhi. Those are the non-violence, truthfulness, satyagraha, gram swaraj, then tolerance. So these are the pillars which have been enunciated by Mahatma Gandhi. No, the ancient Indian, if you refer to the ancient Indian history, all those other one speaker also stated that we want Vasudeva Kutumbika. So live and let live. That is a principle. So these principles which have been re-enunciated by the Mahatma Gandhi, and if we go in depth of all these principles, we could find that the digital era is nothing but this part of the propagation of these principles. The Mahatma Gandhi had stated that education is not for mere gaining literacy. So education is the purpose of education is to each and everybody has to literate, and they should not under any sort of clutches. And that is the reason. If you refer to the 1960s movement of the American civil history, the human rights history, the Martin Luther King, the senior and 90s of junior, and in Africa, Nelson Mandela, the Julius Nyerere of Tanzania. So many world leaders, they have got influenced by the preachings of Mahatma Gandhi. So Mahatma Gandhi, he himself has stated that my life is a message. So now we have enacted the different enactments. So all those enactments, one way or the other, are decided by the Mahatma Gandhi. You know, nowadays we are embarked upon the digital era, not only in our country but also in the entire world. We could see, because of the introduction of the digital era in every sphere of our life, there is a decrease of corruption, promptness, truthfulness, transparency has come into picture because of the digital era. Even if you see our higher education or the primary education, we all are dependent upon the digitalization. You know, we have different apps are there which are providing free and compulsory knowledge to each and everybody, even a person residing in a remote part of India. They are getting the information by way of digital DigiLockers, by way of Sheila Siddha, by way of Shala Darpan, by way of Swayam. So these are the programs, though which we could say that launched by the digital era, after advent of digital era in 2090s, but that has been designed by the Gandhi, Mahatma Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. So transparency became a part of our life because of this, the growth of the digital era. You cannot avoid. Even the Supreme Court, recently we have seen, it's opened its doors to the public. The constitutional proceedings have been live telecasted in India, very 2 or 3 days back. Even the Supreme Court are desiring to have its own channel so that the people of the India or people of the world can judge their performance. So, just now before also one speaker, Gajendra, has spoken regarding the economical development of the digital era in India, also in the world. And Indians are, a diaspora of Indians are playing very, very important role in spreading the knowledge, not only to our country, but also to the entire globe. That has the result of the dream of the Gandhi. So I conclude my session by quoting the one more important quotation given by Mahatma Gandhi regarding education, that he stated, I quote here, education should be so revolutionized as to answer the wants of the poorest villagers instead of answering these of an imperial exploitators. So education should serve the society irrespective of the caste, creed, religion, place. So all those things are more day by day has been depleted, and that has the Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi, not today but in years to come, he will become a beacon of the freedom across the world. So thank you, sir, for giving this wonderful opportunity, Professor Saheb Hussain, sir, who is my guru during my LLM days in University College of Law, Kakatiya University in Warangal. I express my deep sense of gratitude to all the listeners and also watching this telecast throughout the world. And once again, I heartfully thanks Professor Saheb Hussain sir for organizing a wonderful session in Gandhi, in memory of the great leader of the world, Mahatma Gandhi. Thank you, one and all.
Unmute yourself. Professor Hussain, please unmute yourself. Please unmute.
I put it in the mute because so that the sound will not come. Anyway, thank you, Jetling Yellow sir, that you made. Minaja, are you ready?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. I'm very much ready.
Yes, please. Now switch over to the Meena Narendra Jha.
Yes. Namaste, everyone. Very good evening, one and all. And I'm so happy and so grateful to each one of you for such an enlightening session. And I'm so happy that Professor Mohammed Saheb, sir, has given me such excellent opportunity to express myself among all respected dignitaries. I'm so thankful to one and all. Sir, kindly allow me to share my video, please.
Yes,
Share
that
my.
is, I'm looking at the PPT that I put it over here and I gave the name of the PPT also, but I could not see
Yes,
here
sir.
where the PPT has disappeared. But
Can you
no, I
see
can
my?
trace it out. Meanwhile, you can continue it.
Okay, sir. Can you see my presentation?
Let me check your PPT so that of course I downloaded it and I kept it here.
Okay.
But you can
Okay.
continue it. I will make it out. Yeah, I could see.
Can you? I have shared my PPT. Can you see, sir?
Yes. I could see.
Okay.
Right.
Am I audible, everyone? Am I audible?
Yes, audible, and you could see your PPT also.
Okay, that's really great. That's really great.
Please
So,
proceed.
yes, sir. So today's presentation relevance of Gandhian in today's world for sustainable tomorrow. That means what Gandhiji has told us and inspired us, that is very much important for sustainable tomorrow. So one of the most admired leaders in the world, Mahatma Gandhi. Lot of deliberations, lot of speeches we have been heard. So I'm just running very lightly so that Gandhiji spoke that my life is my message. So Gandhi Jayanti commemorated every year on 2nd October and the
Minaja, your voice is breaking.
so the best way to
Just you can
find
express it. You can stop your video.
sorry sir, I can't hear
You
you.
can stop your video. You can just make the audio because your voice is breaking.
The best way to find is to do that in the service of others, the great political leader born in 1869 Porbandar, Gujarat and 1948. So we have appeared on all denominations of Indian rupees printed since 1996.
Minaja, you can stop your video. You can just make a presentation with the audio. Your voice is breaking.
Hello.
Your voice is breaking. You stop your video and make the audio only.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. My voice is breaking. Okay.
Stop
So
your video.
Gandhiji is also okay, sir. So Gandhi is also known as father of the nation for his contribution to the
You did not stop. Yes, now continue.
so known as father of the nation, and Gandhiji was image has appeared on all the denominations and Indian adopting India. So the best way is to find yourself in the service of others. So SDG goals achievement with Gandhi. So all the sustainable developmental goal can be achieved by Gandhiji talisman. He used to say, whenever in doubt, think if the decision would empower or marginalize the poorest, provides an ethical test to judge everyday acts. So Sarvotya through Antyodaya, like the welfare of all the weakest of the section of
Something problem has come out, it seems. That's why you could not see the Meena Jha, because the frequency is very much less over there. That's why her voice is breaking. And let me give the chance to her later. And I believe that Kandakata Sudhakar, are you ready, or can I give the chance to somebody else?
Yeah, but dear Sahib Hussain,
Yes, sir.
alternately what I was suggesting is that we will be meeting very free, very on and off. But whereas some prominent academia they are available from others outside the state and also country, better I suggest if another professor is going to share their views, then a chance may be given. Otherwise, I will be trying to participate by speaking for about 500-600 seconds only. Because I know about the passing of time.
But I don't know, because other people are. Vinod Pathak is there. Dr. Anil Kumar Dixit, welcome again, all the friends. This webinar. Okay.
I'll take lead.
Yes, please, simply,
Thanks,
Sudhakar ji.
my good
Professor
friend, Professor
Sudhakar,
Sahib Hussain.
please continue it.
Yeah, I'm continuing. My friend Professor Sahib Hussain and other academy are present here. It's a very interesting thing to share my views on this particular concept of relevance of Mahatma Gandhi in the contemporary period, and more particularly insofar as the digital era is concerned. But actually, I thought of sharing my views from a different angle. No, the relevancy of Gandhian thought in digital era is interesting, but however, I wish to share my views on an age-old traditional ideology of Mahatma Gandhi, the idea of non-cooperation and civil disobedience in modern times, even in Indian context, by the informed and enlightened citizenry of this country, and a success story and getting things done and justice even in the digital area. This digital era was not known to Mahatma Gandhi during his lifetime, but however, that traditional technique of non-cooperation and civil disobedience is quite relevant in the modern times, and more particularly the modern India as such. So therefore, it's my view to share a few of my thoughts on this 153rd Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi Jayanti, the father of nation. We are remembering Mahatma, his philosophy, his ideas, his ways of life, and his contribution are relevant even in modern times. The honors of Mahatma Gandhi, a man who is pioneered by philosophy, is being honored by United Nations, and his birthday is being celebrated as a non-violent day today, and throughout the world this is being celebrated every year, and that is how Gandhian philosophy is more and more current, even after experimenting with these kind of things. When Gandhi came to India somewhere in 1915, the Gandhian return to India in 1915 has changed the entire game rules of Indian independence from a different modes that of achieving independence on a non-violent basis, and truth, trusteeship, and whatnot, all are associated with him. But however, it is unfortunate that in the recent past, attempts are being made to rewrite the history. I think this definitely is an objectionable for certain academics as such, reducing the contribution of founding fathers of this great nation, including Gandhi as well. So at this juncture, I will share my considered opinion on Mahatma Gandhi's limited angle on the thoughts of non-cooperation and civil disobedience and its relevancy in the contemporary times as a success story. This is what is my idea. So therefore, resistance and civil disobedience do have a different applications. In resistance, people demonstrate their dissent by many ways. In civil disobedience, it is disobeying the existing laws of the land on a justifiable grounds. So, justification for resistance and civil disobedience comes on the premises that it is considered a social contract between the civil citizens for the citizens as a first contract on formation of society, and second contract is between society and the state. So therefore, at any point of time, the state or the government do not run counter to the wishes of the people of any country. It may be true that certain opinions of Gandhi might have become redundant by now, but however, the core ideology being universal nature and has contemporary relevance. For example, the idea of truth and non-violence, trusteeship, secularism, peace and stability of the world are a few to cite. Satyagraha, the concept of Sarvodaya, Swadeshi, are such concepts which are having relevancy or something other. I do not want to say. Definitely it may have relevancy. So therefore, the civil disobedience as experienced by Mahatma Gandhi were taken from the philosophy of, Sir Henry David Thoreau, Leo Tolstoy, John Ruskin, of course, which are in addition to his committed ideology on Gautam Buddha's philosophy and all religions of the world, Gita, and the Gandhi philosophy was being continued subsequently by prominent persons of the world, none other than Dr. Martin Luther King, even the American former President Barack Obama, and Nelson Mandela. And Nelson Mandela in Africa, I believe that the people of Africa feel that Gandhi Nelson Mandela happened to be father of Africa, and Mahatma Gandhi happened to be grandfather of Africa. That is what is the respect that has been given to Gandhi for his cherished ideas, a commitment. And so therefore, it was Einstein, Steve Jobs, and who were to tell, all have been appreciating the role and commitment of Gandhi in getting things done by his most committed philosophy on non-violence and non-cooperation, and of course, whenever it requires even civil disobedience as such. Now, maybe I'll just try to cut short. Maybe the civil disobedience in the contemporary times in modern India may not be relevant for some people. But however, if you look at many agitations that are being going on, and which agitations have succeeded effectively, in all these cases, even in independent India, informed citizenry who have been experiencing difficulty with the governmental policies, principles, and law of the land, they are trying to agitate, and the agitation non-cooperation has even gone and taken turn to that of a civil disobedience also, and that civil disobedience has actually worked successfully. For example, look at the CAA, look at the recent three farm laws, and these are for India, but we operating from Telangana, we know people of Telangana have been struggling hard for last 70 years in unified Andhra Pradesh. And all efforts, at times in 1969, violent efforts were also could not able to succeed. But the recent agitation with the non-cooperation, non-violence, and civil disobedience has made it success. And ultimately, it was such that as for formation of a separate state as per the constitutional mandate, it is essential that the state legislature had to consider and submit its opinion. It was unfortunate that the unified Andhra Pradesh has considered the opinion for separate Telangana, and they have resolved unanimously not to divide Telangana, or they wanted to continue unified Andhra Pradesh as per recommendations of many committees and all that. But look at the agitation, people's aspirations, and the requirements. Parliament of this country has, by closing down all the doors, taken a contrary resolution to that of the state and formed Telangana state. So this, I would like just synchronize this kind of agitations which are more relevant with that of Gandhian philosophy. So can you, I thought that this kind of non-cooperation and civil disobedience are not the philosophies which have been become redundant, and now, right now, they are not applicable. Because generally what people we think is that all these are all associated with the Indian independence movement. But after independence, much of independence is required to be shared by many oppressed and suppressed communities. And so therefore, in this process of achieving egalitarian state and whatnot, it is invariably essential also to think about the relevancy of Gandhian philosophy of non-cooperation, Gandhian philosophy of civil disobedience. Because civil disobedience is such that in a power matrix of power, authority, and legitimacy, the government do have power, authority, and legitimacy. But at the same time, if the government is going to enact any laws which are draconian in nature, bad in nature, anti-people in nature, then according to the basic philosophy of the dissent, every citizen of this country are having a right and duty to dissent and duty to disobey such kind of draconian and bad laws. So this is the grand norm or general philosophy which is applicable throughout the world. So why can't we also, in even democracy also, elected democracy, necessarily that generally what we think is that electoral democracy always gives fruits to people. But slowly what is happening in Indian context, that is electoral democracy is now slowly converting to that of a dictatorial democracy. And are we expecting such kind of dictatorial democracy if such kind of things are happening? If such kind of draconian laws or bad laws or laws which are not warranted by people, and the people are resisting, and the resistance of people will not stop, and the resistance has to be goes into that of a duty to dissent and duty to disobey such laws. And in such cases, depending upon the justification of such kind of dissent, disobeying, there is every possibility that the government will definitely withdraw the laws which are bad in nature, which are not warranted by people. So these are all, there are umpteen number of examples even in the post-independence era, where this kind of Gandhian philosophy basing on non-violence has proved to be success. So this is what I would like to share. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes, Professor Dr. Kandikatla Sudhakar, and he is a retired principal of the University College of Law, Kakatiya University, Telangana State. I believe that even Alankar is ready. Dikshit.
Sir, I am ready, but if you please call Alankar Upadhyay, then I will
But
call.
Alankar I could not see here.
Alankar is there. Alankar is there.
Ask him to on the video.
Alankar, are you getting my voice?
I could not see him.
Okay, but you are visibly. You are visibly.
Is there
You are
Alankar
visible. You
Upadhyay
just
is
go
there?
through it.
Let me check it because at the time.
Professor,
You are visible, Alankar.
Professor
You
Hussain
just go with.
Saheb, will you give us 1 minute time to speak about Gandhi?
Later on, once the speakers are over.
Alankar, you
Sir,
are visible. You just.
Hussain sir?
Urvesh Chaudhary is there, but I did not see the Alankar. Madam, are you ready, madam?
Yes,
I
sir,
can speak.
because I'll be pretty busy after 6:30.
Yes,
Okay,
madam.
then.
Please continue. It is a Dr. Professor Urvesh Chaudhary. Now she would like to deal it. Please, madam, continue, madam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak and share my views with all of you. First of all, very warm good evening to all, one and all. And it is my pleasure to be here and share my little bit of the views, because I think I'm not as much experienced as other professors are here, and especially Professor Yashpal sir and you. And recently I heard from Sudhakar sir also. So When I talk about this Gandhi Jayanti today we are having, so the most important aspect which I have learned in my life from him is perseverance. That means if you lead alone, if you move alone, and your thoughts and your goal is clear in your mind, then basically, if you are clear, you will keep on moving. People will come and join you, and they can make. जैसे अभी पिछला time, if I remember very well, sir spoke one line that मैं तो अकेला ही चला था, लोग मिलते गए और काफिला बनता चला गया, and that was one of the true leadership phrase is which is also given by Mahatma Gandhi ji to all of us. He started all the movements, freedom fighting movement alone only. He didn't go to the people and said that come and join me. You will come and join me, and then we can start. Then we can go ahead, and then we can do satyagraha movement, or we can fight for our freedom against the Britishers. He started alone only, and the people who liked his ideology and who liked his thinking, they started coming together, and a complete huge satyagraha movement arose in the India. Even if I talk about the Britishers, they have praised him. They said that Gandhi is basically special. He is basically force behind Indian people. That's why we have to give the freedom to Indians. So when I say that, because Gandhiji is a great leaders, and I say that Gandhiji is considered as one of the most influential leaders, not only in India but all over the world. As Gyanendra sir also told recently that his influence is not only India but it is also there in Africa, Ethiopia, and other countries also. So without his official position, power of money, humble beginning, he gained world prominence and helped achieve freedom and left a lasting legacy for us all. So there are many of the Gandhi's core principles which are remarkably in the realm of leadership, competencies, and self-development. Even Lord Mountbatten, the last viceroy of British India, remarked about his stature and charismatic personality as one-man boundary force. So basically, when we start any journey today, also if we would start any journey, and young generation also follows this, and we have a basically continuous learning and improvement scope in our that journey, people will come together with us and they will basically follow and support you in your journey. So Gandhi is always told that if two of his sentences contracted each other, please accept the second one and forget the first one. Because whenever I am speaking something at that time, many time it happens that my version one is there, but subsequently I come with the version two after getting the experience from the society, after getting the experience from my own experiences. That's why he wrote a book also, My Experiments with Truth. So he says that because we are always learning something new and new, and we have to face the failures also when we are learning and we are doing something new. So our phrase which I have given right now, or I have depicted that I have learned this particular thing, after some time I may contradict with my phrase only. So whenever this is the learning that if I am facing something and I am developing some new ideology and forgetting my own experience back, then I should go with the second one. So this basically reflects my learning and growth mindset, anticipation of followers needs, rigid consistency, that not one of his praise. So basically we should look for the continuous improvements and so on. And he also said that each person is a human being and we should give him the proper recognition and proper basically we should give him the proper recognition as well as the proper uh, means we should give him some respect. So whenever I'm talking about the personal meetings, he is the people who feels basically only a person in the world he can talk about that particular time. So he was an excellent listener. He said that if you are a true leader, you should speak less, but you should listen more to the people. When you will give the weightage to what other peoples are saying to you, and you are giving consideration to their uh, ideas, their feelings, then you will get the more support. And it is possible that what I was thinking might be revised by when I get the ideas from others. So Gandhiji was not only a great orator, but the people followed him because he practiced the principle of truth and non-violence in his life first, and proved that an ordinary man can follow his path of truth and non-violence. And this particular feeling which he followed himself, and he has also tolerated a lot. Many time he went to the basically prison for this particular act also, but he didn't stop. So people saw him following the ethics, and then he inspired the people, and people started following his principle. So according to me, if you are doing something or applying on yourself, then people will respect your feelings. So whenever you start, don't expect that all the people will follow you. When you have said to them, basically they will follow you when they will see that you are basically applying all those things in your life. So and fourth principle which he used to follow was proactively identify barriers to make sustainable change in the. So I was studying about the MK Gandhis when I got the invite from Hussain sir. So at that time, I read one phrase which I would like to tell you, that once a journalist asked Gandhiji what was the biggest problem that India is facing. So he expected Gandhiji to say slavery or British rule or pervasive poverty, etc. Gandhi said it was colors of intellectuals. That means Gandhi's had a long-term vision of building a sustainable society and not just getting the independence. That's why he was not worried about what is the problem which he was facing at that particular time, for which he was fighting to eradicate. But he was thinking that long term, if I talk about the India to achieve the so he was thinking about basically what will be the long term problem, that is intellectuals problem. So he was basically viewing the later part of the India after freedom too. So when we are basically following his principle, it is necessary that we should have a long term vision. We should not talk about the short term visions. So this basically long term vision will make a sustainable change to all of us. He also started non-cooperation movement, which was one of the key political movement that India initiated. It was initiated by Gandhiji only. So Gandhiji aborted the movement, saying a key tenet to the movement, non-violence, was violated. He believed that and did not justify the means. So this attitude of his shows that he was the conscience keeper, and it is required to be implemented today itself, because now also India, although it is not slavery of Britishers, we are free, we are, but still today India is not that much developed that we are free. We are still following some principles, some ethics, and some things which was given by the Britishers. Today also our India is in the hands of grabs of poverty and many other problems. So we need to basically remove those problems from India, eradicate from India. We should be self-awareness, disciplined about everything. We should be our life should be in movement should be in a disciplined manners. So whenever I'm talking about myself, I'm talking about my Indians, we should be self-aware about ourselves. That means we should be doing the swak about ourselves. We should know our strength, and we should know how to basically deploy the strengths which we are having today. You will be better understand why you feel that you feel and why you behave as you behave. Self-discipline is the training of the mind to control perceived harmfulness urges until a satisfactory solution has been sought for that particular thing. So more of the emphasis should come on self-awareness and discipline if you want to achieve your target in your life. And while I am targeting this particular motive for my life, I should balance my values. My vision should be driven and execution efficiency should be there. So this learning also comes from Mahatma Gandhiji's, because he was a leader with a vision, who was having a clear vision about getting the India freedom. And wherever he used to go, he has to create his vivid picture. firm grip on what success looks like and how to achieve it. He was a great leader, and he used to share his vision and act upon it. So he communicated with people in a clear and passionately manner, so that the people gets influenced, and they also started basically accumulated along in his uh, basically they started coming together, and basically they worked for his vision, they worked for his dreams. So when I talk about the Gandhiji, it is necessary that we should have a big dream, great dreams with us. And while I'm talking about the dreams, at that time I should also work for my dreams. So if I am focused for my dreams and I'm working to achieve the dream, obviously I'll be able to achieve what I want to achieve in my life. So not taking much of the time, I've shared basically the principles which I have implemented in my life from Gandhiji. And also I am basically very much the
Madam,
follower
you'll
of
be there. I will call
Gandhiji,
you later.
and hope others also follow. Uh, some problem, sir?
Yeah, no problem, madam. Okay,
Uh,
madam.
thank Thank
Yes.
you, Hussain sir. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to meet intellectuals and learn from them. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for patience listening also.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you, madam. Professor Dr.
And
Chaudhary, Professor and Geeta Ratan, International Business School, Rohini, New Delhi, India. And I believe that now Dikshit, Alankar is ready. Dikshit, Alankar is ready.
Yes, Alankar, you just go through.
Yeah, because I told him to. Anyone, because only 5 minutes are there. Please, anyone want to speak in the 5 minutes, please continue it.
Okay, then, sir, can I move? Okay.
Anyone wants to speak for 5 minutes, let them continue it. Because session ends by after 5 minutes.
Okay, then all dears, we hope that all the members who have spoken, they not have exited from this, because the basic ethics of this Mahatma Gandhi non-tolerance day is that we should hear more rather than speak. So it is requested to each and every members, all the 37 members who were present in this webinar, we should follow the ethics of the Mahatma Gandhi, who had said we should listen more and speak less. It is very surprising that many of the members have spoken and they have exited from this. I think that what we sell now, when we talk about the ethics of the Gandhi, because the main topic which Professor Hussain sir has gave us to talk on this. I am audible, sir? I am audible?
Yes.
Professor Hussain sir?
Very much audible.
Okay. Then the basic thing that the philosophy of the, I am talking with the education, because the education is the first thing that by that philosophy, the building of the personality, the building of the body, the building of the mind of the person begins. So when we talk about the philosophy of the Gandhi with respect to the education, he focused on the two things, on the literacy, that the first literate the heart of the person and then literate the mind of the person. Because literacy of heart, this Mahatma Gandhi has quoted in South Africa, and he said that the first step of the education should be to literate the heart of the person. Because that only will make the person. And that kind of education will only develop the body of the person. It will develop the mind of the person. It will develop the heart of the person, and it will develop the spirit of the person. And when he talked about the aim of the education in South Africa, one of the journalists asked from Mahatma Gandhi that what is the aim, what you think that about the education. He talked about two things. The one thing is that the immediate aim of the education, and then the ultimate aim of the education, and which Professor Hussain had said in this digital India. You just see what is going on in India. How the girls in the hostel are making the prawn videos, and they are circulating it. Many of the universities that this kind of things are being given. You just see how the digital crime has been risen. The only thing is that we are not focusing on literating the heart of the persons. So the immediate aim of the education, Mahatma Gandhi talked about the cultural aim. Then the second one he talked about, that is the character aim. Then the third which he has talked, that is the social individual aim. And the fourth one which he talked, that is the training of the leadership. Because these should be given as the immediate aim of the education. Cultural aim, character aim, dignity and labor. Dignity of the labor is very important. And social and individual. So when we talk about this, when we say about this, then comes the ultimate aim. And when we talk about the ultimate aim, Gandhiji focused on the self-realization and development of the moral character. Because when we were, हम एक हिंदी में अगर हम कहें मोहम्मद साहब कि दो चीजें, एक होता है संस्कार और एक होता है संक्रमण. संस्कार और संक्रमण ये दोनों एक व्यक्ति से दूसरे व्यक्ति में फैलता है. अगर संस्कार अगर एक व्यक्ति से दूसरे व्यक्ति में फैलेगा तो उससे मानवता डेवलप होगी, और अगर संक्रमण एक व्यक्ति से दूसरे व्यक्ति में अगर फैलेगा तो उससे मानवता डेवलप नहीं होगी, मानवता नष्ट होगी. तो इसलिए कहा गया that Mahatma Gandhi has said that while giving education, while giving literacy, we should talk that the first step that we should literate the heart of the person.
भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंग तव शुभ नाम जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
जय हिंद. सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्तान हमारा.